Hello guys, my name is Bob. In this video, I'm going to show you using the fx570ms calculator to find the inversion of a square matrix. Given an example, A is equivalent to this 3 by 3 matrix. How do we find the inverse of A using the calculator? So the first step, what we will have to do is to switch the mode. Alright, so by pressing this button mode 3 times until you go into this page or this options, and then we press number 2. So right now the calculator has switched modes into the MAT mode. The next thing that we will do is to input the values or the matrix into the calculator. So how do we do it? We press Shift and then we press the button 4. So we are given these 3 options and then we press 1. When we press 1, which represents the dimension, we are given 3 options. This represents whether it's a matrix A, B or C that you want to include. So we press matrix A. So our matrix A is a 3 by 3 matrix. So the M down here represents the number of rows of the matrix, while the N down here represents the number of columns. So our number of rows, which represented by M, is 3, while the number of columns is represented by N, which in this case is also 3. And then we come into this page. Alright, so this MAT big A11 represents, alright, the values of first row, first column of the matrix. So the first digit represents the first row, the second digit represents the first column, which is 2. So we key in 2 and press equal. The next one, what do we do? In this case, MAT big A12. So this represents the value first row, second column of the matrix. So the first row, second column of the matrix is -5. Alright, and we do it for the rest of the values in the matrix. Okay. And then last but not least, we have the third row, third column of the matrix, which is 3. So now we have keyed in the matrix into the calculator. So what do we do next? Is we want to find the inverse of this matrix. So how do we do? We first input the matrix. Just now we input the matrix as matrix A. So we press Shift, MAT, and then we go into this option. When we reach this option, we press 3, which represents the matrix. In this case, because we key in the matrix into matrix A, so we press 1. And then what do we do to find the inverse? We just simply press this button, which represents the X inverse. And we press equal. So when we press equals, we will be given this value. Right? So what does it mean? So this value represents the inverse, okay, matrix, okay, when the value is at the first row, first column. In other words, the first row, first column of the inverse matrix is this value. So it's 0.33. Right? And then, moving on, this value will represent the second row, first column of the inverse matrix. So that will be -0.167. And we press the down key, which represents the third row, the first column of the inverse matrix. So that will be negative 0.167. Alright. And press down. Okay. And then we press right to get the first row, second column of the inverse matrix, which is negative 0.714. And then we press right again. Okay, this represents the first row, third column of the inverse matrix, which is 0.6190. Alright, this represents the second row, third column of the matrix. So that will be negative 0.0238. Alright, it's a bit off. And then we move on. So this is the second row, second column of the inverse matrix. So that will be 0.1428. Moving downwards. So this is the third row, second column of the inverse matrix. So that is 0.17143. And last but not least, we have the third row, third column of the inverse matrix. So that will be 0.4523. So a little bit messy. Let me just write down the inverse of A. Basically just equivalent to 0.33, negative 0.1714, and 0.6190. Okay, and then so on and so forth. Alright. So this would be my final answer for the inverse matrix of A. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, please press a like. And if you guys like to subscribe for more content, please do so. And I hope that this video helps you guys in solving using a calculator. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.